Hi, Judy Weekly here. I'm going to talk about American Sign Language and connect it to the third unit we do in our series. It'll be on the family unit. Our student learning contains visual language, visual work, some of their sign language. I want to have them video it. They're going to preview their work, and then I can give them the opportunity to rework it. But I'd like to get this part where they send it and I can give feedback. So some of the learning goals and objectives, I use ACTFL standards, 5 C's, communication, culture, connection, communities, and comparisons. Those all touch on something in deaf culture. As you can see here, we talk about authentic resources. So I try to give students as many opportunities as I can to speak with native speakers, other deaf people. That's why it's really important for them to actually practice their signs themselves and one another so they can see it and learn to read it. I have New York State learning standards here, and just talking about students being able to communicate in another language with using English and getting that cross-cultural ability to understand what they're seeing and produce what they need to as far as expressing themselves. I have the another sheet here from the ACTFL World Readiness Standards sheet, and if you look down here, I've highlighted American Sign Language. Finally, it's coming to the forefront that American Sign Language is being recognized as another language. I also use American Sign Language Teachers Association information on my curriculum. I'm always looking around different places. They have this PDF that's an ASL content standard, and they have helpful bits in there in regard to ASL literacy, talking about deaf culture in the 21st century. I mean, way back in the beginning, we had the landline phones and the TTY machines. Now we've got video phones, and we talk about all different things in regards to using that. Still not quite as easy to carry around a video phone and communicate as freely. But these are all pieces to the learning deaf culture and the language. Here's some objectives for students. They need to learn how to rank in sign language. They are going to build off of the vocabulary they have learned in 1 and 2 the units, and then making sure that they put correct facial expressions. It's hard to give them that feedback unless I can work with each one of them individually, but if I can have them send me their work, which is my idea for my project using Screencast-O-Matic, I'm looking forward to this wonderful piece of technology. Now here, I'm talking about the students and the assignment that the project that they have to bring pictures in, write sentences, and those sentences are going to end up involving some type of the family vocabulary, number incorporation. They'll be presenting, so making sure their information's smooth. And then here's the little tidbit of what the project assignment looks like. And I want to be able to get that information back to them individually so they can see it and pull it back up on their Gmail accounts. Here's a student that this is how I normally do it. I would just use my iPad or cell phone and video them. And this is just the student actually showing their work. They got their information right in front of them. They have their pictures with the 5, some have 6, 5 or 6 pictures. It's built on a collage piece of cardstock. And the student's going through and signing his presentation. And then my idea is to make it even better is to be able to take that video, have them send it to me, because currently I just turn around and use it and show them and then just point some things out. And, it's then we're done. And it's like I want to expand on that, so I could comment right next to them, just like I have the this little box of myself right in their corner. Okay, so the students can see their work going and me off to the side, and I could even have, you know, the actual rubric behind it and showing them, you know, where they could build or why I'm grading it that way. Have that information right in front of their eyes, the whole thing, me, them, and the, say if I'm actually grading it for the final project. But I want to be able to give them that intermediate, that middle work before they have to finalize it. And I just haven't had that idea until I saw this program, and I was trying to come up with games and Kahoots and Edpuzzle. So many things were just bouncing around. I was like, oh, okay, well, let me concentrate on one thing at a time here. So these are some collage samples. I have the rubric for grading, so they know what I'm grading them on. This rubric's worth 20 points. Vocab usage, sentence, ASL, grammar, language, and sign usage. I'll be watching, making corrections, acknowledging if they understand something. And I'm so enjoying this Screencast-O-Matic, being able to put myself in here with their work. It can be time-consuming, but this is exactly what I need to be able to provide them some good feedback. So the idea is to be sure everyone has a Gmail, which everyone does, and then having them YouTube it and then sending me or sharing me their links. And then I could comment and send it back, and then they could finalize their project. It's just amazing that we could actually do this, but you know, right now we have just the one video. Here's me talking, and I'll just fast forward it to comment where a student is to give you an idea of what I'm trying to get at. Hi, it's Teresa. It was clear. In here, he incorporated the number 2 with days, meaning 2 days before. So again, it's just me being able to put myself next to them with that work. Awesome. An incorporation of numbers, getting them all an access. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Have a good day.